Hi there, my favorite people, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is the It Stands for the Sun Tarot channel, and in today's reading we are going to take a look at your person's feelings and thoughts during your last meeting, the last time that they saw you. But with this reading, I really don't want to ignore, the people who are at a distance from their person, so I really want to incorporate messages from last encounters, in the sense that the last time this person saw you on their feed, or maybe you've had a conversation in the DMs, because I really want everybody to feel included in the reading. I really feel like this is going to make more sense once we get into the actual piles. But without any more rambling, let's just introduce them. We have 4 piles today, as always, and we're choosing based on cards from the Black Moon Astrology Oracle deck. And for you, pile 1, I have Lunar Eclipse with Change. All right. Pile number 2, for you, I have Sagittarius with I See. All right. Pile 3, we have Saturn with Truth. And finally, pile number 4, we have Aries with I Am. Alright, so as always, once you are done picking your pile, you can scroll down into the description box below and find a timestamp for your reading where I'm going to meet you. Hi there, pile 1, and welcome to your reading, babe. If you've chosen this lunar eclipse card with the word change on it, then this is going to be your reading all about your person's thoughts and feelings the last time that they saw you. Or, like I said in the intro, I don't want to ignore the people who are at a distance from their person. This may have been an online encounter, maybe when they've seen you on their feed pop up, or maybe an actual conversation in the DMs, or whatever it was. These were their thoughts and feelings when that moment took place. That's a little bit of a weird explanation, but I really hope that it makes sense. Let's just see what cards you got here. All right, so obviously we have the card that you chose. We also have Time to Go. Okay. We have Go the Distance. Okay, that's really interesting. I kind of want to put them like this, because it really seems like a continuation, like time to go and go the distance, like time to go the distance. Really, really interesting. Okay, we also have the 2 of Swords. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Moon. Really interesting. Once again, I'm shifting these around because I really feel like these would go so much better together, because we have lunar eclipse, obviously, and the moon would go really well underneath it. And finally, we have this card from the Lover's Oracle deck that says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Okay, so pile 1. This person has seen you in an environment in which you absolutely thrived, and it kind of brought their world to shambles, because this person, I really feel like they lived under the impression that they could go in and out of your life as they wished. I really feel like they were really flighty with you in the past. They wanted you, but at the same time, they didn't want to make it official, so they would constantly kind of draw you in and then push you away, that sort of hot and cold energy. And they really I really feel with this person that they truly believed that they could keep doing that. I don't know if this person is a fire sign. I'm coming from my fire signs here. I'm a Sagittarius as well, but it is a little bit of that energy where you feel just a little tiny bit that the world revolves around you. Or if they're not a fire sign, they may have been raised in a home where they were sort of the star, the favorite child. Maybe they were an only child, or they were just the child who achieved the most, or just generally the favorite child, because most of the times it's not about who achieves more, or who's who's smarter, who's whatever. Parents can be shitty like that, and they can choose a favorite child based on many different criteria. But yeah, this person truly believed that they could continue with their flighty behavior with you, and whatever situation they saw you in this last time, I really feel like if it's one of two situations. They either saw you like physically in an environment where you were having fun, basically, like either way, in both of these scenarios, you were having fun and you were surrounded by people that I don't want to say you necessarily love, okay, because love is a strong word, but definitely people that you like being around, that you definitely thrive when you're around them, and they feel the same towards you. Like there's that mutual like between the two of you, between the group of you, because I really feel like these are multiple people. But yeah, they really saw you in an environment where you were having fun, where you were letting yourself go, sort of like you were letting go of inhibitions and overthinking, and just allowed yourself to feel good and be fully yourself, like embrace your most authentic self. And this may have been, like I said, they may have seen you physically do this, or they may have seen you on their feed, like either you posted something or somebody else posted something, or both. Honestly, like the entire group may have been posting pictures of this, and I really feel this like I know they felt stabbed in the heart when they saw that. It was like this realization that at the end of the day, you didn't need them in your life. You wanted them there, okay? And they really misinterpreted the situation, and they realized that they were playing with your feelings, and you were finally saying enough. Like maybe this was a conversation that you've had in the past as well, and you sort of gave them an ultimatum, like either step up and be the person, be the responsible person here and do what's right, like not just string me along. This may have been an actual conversation that you've had in the past and they didn't take seriously, and now it was all brought back to the surface, and they realized that, oh my god, like this person was actually serious, like they will actually cut me from their life. Or they just interpreted that from the way you acted in that social situation. Because I really feel social situation here. I'm getting a club, or maybe just a house party. It doesn't have to be something, you know, as public as a club. It was definitely the sort of environment where you are with people whom you are close with, and you really feel like you can be yourself completely. And I feel like that may have I know caused a wound to this person as well, because they, once again, they felt like they were the only ones who, I don't know, made you feel safe enough to be yourself, like fully yourself. I really feel like this person did and does have true deep feelings for you, but they may have, I don't know, attachment issues or commitment issues, but like their feelings are true, okay? Like their feelings are actually true, because we have this card here: look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. And we also have the moon here, which is all about our, well, mostly hidden emotions, like hidden so well that this person may have not been able to realize their depth until this one moment. But going back to the actual situation, their thoughts and feelings when they last saw you, I really feel like this was a wake-up call for them, okay? Like this moment really caused them to reflect on their past behavior and reflect on their true feelings for you, and they realized that that ultimatum that you gave them, either directly or indirectly, was completely like not only true, but it was also fair, okay? They couldn't keep playing with your feelings. They couldn't keep stringing you along, being hot and cold. And I really feel like it made them realize that there needs to be a change in your relationship. They need to step up. But weirdly enough, I don't think that this change here is only about their behavior in general. I think there was a shift in your behavior as well, because as I've said, deep down, you would have been aware that you don't need this person in your life, that you only want them in your life. But I'm almost feeling for some of you, I really don't want to say that it's all of you, it's a general reading, but I feel like at least some of you kind of like tricked yourself into believing that you need this person, that this is the person to end all other relationships that you've ever had. This is the best person you've met. This is the best partner that you could ever dream of. You know, that sort of Neptune, Pisces energy where you're fantasizing about a person and creating fake scenarios in your head and like actually starting to believe them. Because like I said, you never needed this person, Pawan, and I really want to say that. Even like I'm not seeing necessarily an indicator of that in the reading itself, but even if this person is your soulmate, even if they are your twin flame, for God's sakes, you don't need this person, okay? You don't need any one person in your life, like unless you're a child, and obviously you need your parents to take care of you, and you're lucky enough that your parents are actually capable of doing that. You don't need any person, okay? You want them in your life and you choose to have them in your life. I really want you to realize, Pawan, that you are amazing, like an amazing human being, and nobody should be put above you, okay? Like everybody is at the best as good as you are. But anyway, going back to this person and their thoughts and feelings, I really feel like you caused this sort of shift in their reality. They really started seeing things as they really were, because if there was a distortion with your feelings towards them, like as I explained, with you believing that you needed this person and this was the best person for you, there was a distortion in their perception as well, in the sense that they believed that they could just keep acting flighty and be able to go back to you. And like, yeah, there was a really shift in both of your realities, I feel like. And this person, after less seeing you, like I said, either in person or in online, they really feel ready to take the next step. Like they really feel called to go the distance. Like they really feel like it's time to go the distance. And I can't stress enough how much I love these cards coming out together. I didn't realize this when I pre-shuffled them. Like for some reason, now that I actually sat down to do the reading, it was like so clear that they needed to go together. Yeah, you really gave this person a wake-up call. Their thoughts and feelings during the last time that they saw you, or that they need to step up their game. They realized just how deep their feelings were for you this entire time. And it's that sort of shitty situation where you only realize what you've had when you lost it. I'm not saying that they necessarily lost you, but yeah, they will need to put in a lot of effort if they want to get you back, because like you're not playing at this time, Pawan. I really feel like you're not playing. Like you're literally just done being treated in a shitty way, not just by this person, but by everybody around you. And you really need this person to prove themselves. Okay, you're not just going to be like, yes, baby, come back to me the second this person re-enters your life. They will need to prove themselves to you, and they will need to make that commitment, or at least tell you that they can't do it and like end the situation once and for all. They need to step up and give you a concrete answer to this ultimatum, once again, that you gave directly or indirectly, and they really wish to do that. This person may take a little time before they do that, because they really need more time to analyze their feelings in the situation and to kind of like, listen, when someone has attachment or commitment issues, they're not just going to be solved in a day, or like by an event like this. Even though it's going to bring their world crashing down on them, it's not necessarily going to make them ready for a commitment. So they really want to spend some time with themselves and really make sure that they are able to give you that commitment. Okay, because they're done playing with you. Okay, they understand how their actions were wrong in the past, and they don't want to do that ever again. They do want to be with you at a core level. They do, I want to say love Okay, I really want to say love, but love is a really strong word for a general reading. They definitely have a deep care and affection for you, and they want to give you that commitment. But at the same time, if they look inside of themselves and they realize that they're not able to do that, or if they're going to commit to you and then act flighty once in a relationship with you, they're not going to commit to you at all, okay? Because they really don't want to hurt you anymore. During this last time that they saw you, they really, I feel like they were hurt by how much they hurt you, and realizing that, okay? Like a blindfold was lifted off of the eyes of this person, and they realized how shitty they acted towards you in the past. And not that anybody deserves this sort of behavior, but it hurt even more because out of all of the people that they've ever met in their life, you deserve this the least, okay? And in any case, they are going to approach you in order to have a conversation, but I can't tell you just yet what the outcome of that conversation is going to be. Like I said, they are done being flighty and hurting you. And if they realize that they're not able to give you the commitment, they're going to tell you that, and they're probably going to exit your life completely because they don't want to do any more damage. Okay, at this point, it's really just, it's up to this person. Okay, they really want to do what is right by you. All right, so pile one, that has been your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you please me, sorry, that was uncalled for. If you enjoyed, yeah, you can like, comment, subscribe. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around, and I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hi there, pile 2, and welcome to your reading, baby. If you've chosen this Sagittarius card with the words I see, then this is going to be a reading all about your person's thoughts and feelings the last time they saw you, either physically or maybe on social media. This C can also be interpreted as your last conversation in the DMs, in the virtual, whatever it is. I really don't want to ignore the people who are at a distance from their person, but without rambling anymore, you're going to get the idea of the reading anyway once we start. So let's just do that, okay? Let's see the cards that chose to come through for you. Obviously, we have the card that you chose. We have soulmates. Aww. Okay. We have chaos and conflict. We have the 10 of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, and also this card from the Lover's Oracle deck, which says, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just so cute. And I just feel like this person has had such a deeply spiritual moment the last time that they saw you. I know what you were doing, pile 2, but you made this person realize what they struggled to for a long time, and that is the fact that you are their soulmate. Okay, I feel like they may have been denying this in the past. I don't think that it was necessarily a conscious denial, more so an unconscious one. But whatever this last encounter was, it really became too much to handle for them. This whole keeping themselves back from you, this whole conflict within themselves and chaos, because I really feel like their soul was calling to you so clearly, and they were just like, nah, I'm not hearing anything. What you hear? No, like there's nothing there, or whatever. I really feel like I'm really thinking with Sagittarius being here of that one card in the Monology deck, like both in the original one. I really feel like it's both in the original one and in the Monology Manifestation Oracle deck, but it is, I think, the full moon in Sagittarius that says, look at the bigger picture. And I feel like that is what this person did during your last encounter with you. I really feel like they took all of your interactions and put them into perspective and realize that the whole time, like from your very first meeting, there was something there. There was a spark in their soul, and they felt like you had to be in their life. They needed to keep you close, and for a long time they tried to justify this need to be around you, to talk to you, to tell you everything. And I really feel like this person may not have been spiritual before you met them. This may not resonate for everybody, but for some of you, I think you may have introduced this person to spirituality as a whole. Obviously, you're here watching a tarot reading. Maybe you reached tarot yourself. Maybe you told that to your person. Maybe you even did a reading for them. But yeah, I really feel like their spiritual side has been starting to awaken bit by bit since they have met you. And this is really the end all moment in your relationship where they finally, everything clicked together, everything fell into place, and they were like, this is my person. This is my person, and I can't keep denying it. I'm not really sure you would have realized this shift in them, because we do have the King of Swords here. And while I do see the King of Swords obviously being a swords card, air element, communication, I really feel like they would be a clear communicator, the King of Swords, and an honest communicator as well. I find it hard to think of them as someone who could really compartmentalize their feelings really like that quickly in order to bring this subject about from the beginning. What I'm saying is I really feel like at the moment they realized this whole thing that you are their person, they may have acted really calm and collected. Like maybe you would have even thought of them as being cold, and that is just because their mind was otherwise engaged, all right? And they really didn't yet know how to process these feelings that were sparked within them, this inner knowing that this was it, like this was the relationship for them. And yeah, so I feel like during your last encounter you may have even felt a little bit discouraged, maybe like, oh, this person doesn't like me anymore, they don't want to hang out anymore. They may have been really like quiet and more so listening to you than speaking themselves, or when they would speak they would have this bored tone and I don't know, speak of really boring matters, you know. And I really feel like that's not how most of your conversations went in the past. I feel like they were really animated and passionate. I really feel like the two of you are on the same wavelength. Obviously, we have this whole realization that you are soulmates. So yeah, I really feel like this last conversation that you've had with them may have been really different from the other ones, and you couldn't really explain it to yourself, and maybe you even overthought. Is that how you say it? Anyway, you got into overthinking the situation, and maybe that is like exactly the reason why you are here, because you really wanted to know what was going on in their head during this last meeting. I feel like some of you were even clicking on this video like really scared that I will tell you that all of their feelings for you went away, like they didn't like you anymore, and this is like the complete opposite. This person they didn't really know how to act in the moment. I really feel like this person may be an air sign, with the King of Swords being here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the King of Swords, as far as I know, would be the Gemini card. I really feel like every single time I Googled that, it was always coming out as Gemini, which is also really interesting because we have Sagittarius and Gemini, which, as we all know, are kind of like called the soulmates of the zodiac. They really complement each other really, really well. They're really like two sides of the same coin. So yeah, I really feel like this person may have a lot of air in their chart, and if they have fire, it would be the sort of Sagittarius energy that also has this highly intellectual and just highly intellectual side to them. They don't really think about love as a whole too much. Like maybe they think of it in the sense that they try to, I don't know, make sense of it. Like, what's the word for that? I like discuss it in a philosophical way, but like they didn't really think of love as something that they could experience exactly, and maybe that is one of the reasons why they found it so hard to accept the fact that they were falling in love with you and that your connection was much more than met the surface. I really feel like it took this person embracing their spiritual side to be able to also embrace this connection that they have with you to its full potential. I really feel like their feelings are really, really deep and pure, and I don't know, it's just, I really find the Ace of Cups so cute. And I'm thinking right now, I have a friend who basically always interprets the Ace of Cups as the self-love card. And in this situation, for some reason, I'm really getting that sort of connection through which, like, you love a person, and through the love that you have for that person, you also love, you also learn to love yourself, because you learn to embrace someone with no judgment and what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like so hard to explain this person's feelings, because they really oh my god, they really find it hard to talk about them themselves or even think about them, because they're not used to it. Like, give them I don't know, a philosophical subject, like at any point, any time, any hour, and they will be able to discuss it with you in depth. But like with feelings, I really feel at a loss for words. And this person, like, this is literally the energy that this person finds themselves in. But I really feel like they didn't believe in unconditional love, because I that's the term that I'm looking for with that, you know, through loving someone you learn to love yourself. It's unconditional love, both for the other person and for yourself. Just embracing someone with open arms and kindness, and accepting them as they are, not wanting to change them, just wanting at best a better life for themselves. So really, I don't know, going for self-improvement, but not actual change in the person themselves. But yeah, pile 2, the last time that you saw this person, they were dealing with their feelings poorly, to say the least. I really feel like they were cold and collected at this time, while in their hearts there was, oh my god, there was such a fire. And the realization that you are just, this connection, the specialness of this connection hit them really, really hard, and it literally burned them to the point where they couldn't focus on anything else, and therefore they were this really stone-faced person that that you even may have felt like you were annoying them. But like, there was a lot to process for this person, to basically process everything that they've seen in romantic movies and they never believed in, or, you know, happy stories that they may have heard around them of people who really found the person they were supposed to be with. They may have thought that that was just a thing that you tricked yourself into, like telling yourself again and again, like, this is the person for me, this is the person for me, this is the person for me, and you end up believing it. But this feeling that was sparked within them the last time that you saw them, it's undeniable, absolutely undeniable, and they are not able to deny their feelings any longer. I don't know how this person is going to proceed, but I want you to know that they are aware of the depth of this connection and the depth of their feelings for you. Alright, so that has been your reading, pile 2. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around, and I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye! Hi there, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading, baby. If you've chosen Saturn with the word truth, then this is going to be a reading all about your person's thoughts and feelings the last time that they saw you. This may have been, physically seeing you, or maybe they saw you on their feed, or maybe this is more of a situation where you were actually talking, like the last time that you talked in the DMs. Like, I really don't want to ignore the people who may be at a distance from their person, but let's stop rambling. I really feel like the reading is going to speak for itself, so let's just see what cards chose to come through for you today. Obviously, we have the card that you chose. We have Peace. We have Between Worlds. Five of Wands. This is really interesting because we have like Peace and underneath Five of Wands. We have Black Numen. We have the Magician, and finally we have this card from the Lover's Oracle deck that says, new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So, Pile 3, the last time that this person saw you, or you simply interacted with this person, I feel like there was a realization, okay? And this has been a pattern throughout all of the groups. Obviously, I haven't filmed Pile 4 just yet, but so far this has been a pattern. I feel like your situation has been very complicated for some time. With Saturn being here, I feel like it is definitely a big possibility that it was meant to be this difficult from the beginning because you were being tested. Saturn is a very... giving is not the right word, but like, let's say giving once it knows that you deserve the rewards that they are going to give you. Okay, so through putting you through the ringer, Saturn was really trying to test your connection and test whether or not you could have this happy relationship with one another, whether or not you deserve this relationship with one another. I feel like there may have been issues on both of your parts that needed to be resolved before this connection could manifest into the 3D. With the Five of Wands, like if the Five of Wands were reversed, I would say that all of the issues were more so, I don't want to say imagined, that's a mean word in this case, but just more mental, okay, that mental blockages in the relationship. But with the Five of Wands being upright, I feel like these were actual physical conflicts with other people in particular, but this can also be with I know a job, if one of you was really passionate about their job, because wands do represent the fire energy and passion in itself. So maybe one person was really passionate about their job and it really felt like they didn't have enough time for a relationship, and these tests and challenges in the relationship may have been simply to make them realize, to make a decision, like which do you care more about? This person that you clearly have a deep connection with, because I would really argue that that is the case, because I really don't think that I know a random connection would be this tested. So yeah, it was really for them to decide which one they valued most, like this deep connection that they had with you, or their job. Like obviously the roles could be reversed. Maybe you were really into your job and this came as a test for you specifically. But this is just an example. Either way, I really feel like these were physical conflicts that you had to deal with in this relationship. And I'm not necessarily sensing, like for some of you, this is a general reading. I don't want to say that 100% for everybody this situation was resolved and this is what kind of like happened during this last encounter, because I'm not really sensing that. Obviously for some of you, this realization that these tests, like your relationship, your connection, the two of you were much stronger than all of these tests that you were put under. I really don't think that's the expression, but you get my drift there. Yeah, for some of you, the realization may have been just that you're much stronger, your connection is much stronger than these tests, and you can face everything, and this sort of realization sort of triggered this automatic change in your lives. I feel like you may have been more goal-oriented, more problem-solving oriented, and therefore, two people working together to solve their problems really may have helped to resolve the situation as a whole. Because the thing about the two of you, it's like I said, there is a deep connection here, but at the same time, I feel like most of the times you're like bumping heads. I feel like both of you are, and don't like, sorry for saying this, but I'm honest. I feel like both of you are very stubborn, and you may like both think that you have the answers to everything and you know best. So most of the time, I really feel like it's this bumping heads situation. Like each of you is trying to resolve the situation their own way, when in reality, you could be working together to solve the same situation. And this brings me to my second scenario for my people who didn't get this situation resolved, but this realization that happened during your last encounter was exactly the fact that you could be working together in order to resolve the situation. I really feel like whatever happened here, because it's very vague, because the situation in itself, I feel like it's very complicated, and it's not the sort of thing that is just resolved in a day or two, and I feel like you've been struggling with the situation for some time. But whatever happened between the two of you this last time, it really caused, I know, a shift within this person, but more than a shift, it was something was crumbling down. And it may have been a limiting belief. Maybe the limiting belief, maybe that's part of it. Like you were constantly, both of you, thinking that we need to make the situation work, but deep down you had this limiting belief that you couldn't make it work. I really feel like there was something like a strong belief that was crumbling down, and that belief really had an impact on the situation, on your connection as a whole, and the way that this connection will end up. It's almost this realization, like with the magician here, we have everything we need in order to succeed. But the thing about the magician, like, yes, he is one man, but he's not just using one element. Obviously, the magician has the cup, the sword, the wand, and the pentacle, and he's using all of them at the same time. Okay, he is using all of his resources in order to manifest his dream reality. And I feel like that is something that has been lacking in this relationship, because like I said, there was that stubbornness of, I can fix this myself, I can do this myself. And it's not necessarily in a mean way. I really feel like both of you may have had to rely strongly on just yourselves your entire lives. And it's not necessarily mean in the sense that, I can do it better than this person, but it's just that self-sufficiency taken to an unhealthy level, to the point where you think like, nobody can help me, only I can help myself. But it was also this sort of this dreamy thing that you had, like, I'm going to solve this entire situation for this person and everything is going to be fine. They're going to be so happy because I did it all myself and I didn't have to burden them with anything. So like I said, it's not necessarily mean. It's just more of a thing that you're used to it. Like, you're used to doing everything alone. But the thing about this connection, the thing about any connection, is that you are not alone. Like, if you were truly meant to be alone, you wouldn't be forming connection. You wouldn't be finding people who resonate with you deeply. So, like, in a connection, you're not alone. Like, it's by definition, it's a connection, it's a relationship with another person. Like, you're not alone. And obviously, in any relationship, there are two people. Like, at least, obviously, you can be into into whatever you wish to be into, but like at least two people in the connection, and both of those people need to work together in order to achieve success in the connection itself. So I really feel like during this last encounter, this person, your person, was really awakened to a new way of approaching things, a new beginning, as this card says, like a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Okay, a new adventure in which you're going to be together. Okay, you're going to go through this adventure, through this wild journey together. Like, you're not, okay, fair enough. Obviously, I feel like I talk about this a lot. A true partnership is where two whole people come together to form said partnership. But at the same time, you can't remain separate individuals. Like, you can be whole in yourselves, but not remain separate individuals. This is a connection. This is a work. This is teamwork. Right. You can tell how much I love teamwork just from that. Like, I didn't even remember the name for it. So yeah, I have problems with teamwork as well, but I really feel like this person was awakened to the fact that this is the only way that things can work. You need to do it together. And I really feel like success is going to be guaranteed, because this sort of soul connection doesn't just come around for anybody. Like, I'm really sensing a strong pull towards one another. And just the fact that Saturn is involved here, like, you know, I am a hoe for Jupiter. We love Jupiter. I'm ruled by Jupiter, both through my sun sign and my rising sign. But there's something a lot of the times more rewarding about having to work for your blessings instead of just having good luck and receiving them. Okay, and I really feel like just the fact that Saturn is involved here, that your rewards are going to be grand. Okay, but you do need to learn to work together, and I feel like this person has already had this awakening. I feel like you have to do that too. Like, I don't want to call you out or anything, but I feel like for some of you, you really, like, it's one of those things that is so on the nose that you don't notice it. Like, oh yeah, we should have worked together this whole time to make the connection work. That sort of thing. It's too obvious to think about. But yeah, I feel like these were their thoughts and feelings during your last encounter. They realized just how much you matter to them and just how much you've struggled so far, when in truth you could have literally just worked together from the beginning and find a way to make this work together. Because in reality, I really feel like you would be a really good team. The feelings are strong, the chemistry is strong, the connection is strong in itself. You just need to allow that to come through in the actual in the physical world, I guess. But yeah, definitely a transition that happened in this person the last time that they saw you, this sort of realization, shift in their reality, and a limiting belief that was that crumbled during your last encounter. And I really feel like this person is ready to do whatever they can to make it work. But yeah, pile 3, that has been your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around, and I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye! Hi there, Pop 4, and welcome to your reading, baby. If you've chosen this Aries card with the words I am on it, then this is going to be a reading all about your person's thoughts and feelings the last time that they saw you. This may have been physically seeing you, or maybe seeing you on their feed, or maybe just the conversation that you've had in the DMs. I really don't want to ignore the people who are at a distance from their person with this reading, but I'm going to stop rambling because the reading is going to pretty much speak for itself and you're going to understand what we're doing. So let's just see what cards chose to come through for you. We have Aries, obviously, with I am, the card that you chose. We have TikTok. We have Loyal Heart. We have the Four of Wands. the Tower, the Ace of Swords, and this card from the Lover's Oracle deck that says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Okay, so definitely the running theme of this reading has been shifts in a person's reality, a sort of, I don't know, belief that your person, the person we're talking about in these readings, has been holding on to for a really, really long time. And this last encounter really brought that crumbling down. So far, it's very vague. I really want to look at the other cards as well, but I wanted to mention that in the beginning. We're going to circle back to that probably later on. But let's start with this Aries card that you chose. Aries, I am. I feel like there's something very complementary about the two of you. I wouldn't say that you are extremely similar, but you are that sort of similar that is able to complement the other person. And with Aries, I'm really thinking of the first house. And obviously the first house would be your rising sign, your ascendant, but we also have a descendant. And I've started to read on it quite recently, and I'm really happy that I got to talk about this because I found it really, really interesting. So obviously the first house would be your core personality, your identity. And then the descendant would be rather qualities that you look for in other people to complement the ones that you already have. And obviously the ascendant and the descendant are going to be in opposing signs. So for example, if your ascendant is in, I don't know, say Cancer, your descendant is going to be in Capricorn, okay? And the qualities that you're going to look for is someone who's very driven and ambition and practical, okay? To kind of like balance out your more sort of emotionally based personality and just drive in life, if that makes sense. But the thing is, I really feel like with the two of you, it's quite possible. You can check this. I would be really curious to see if this is a message that resonates for people. If you have this person's time of birth, you can check to see what their ascendant would be in. And like this can work with any signs, obviously. Like you don't have to be a Cancer rising. Maybe you're a Gemini rising and they turn out to be a Sagittarius rising. Or what else? Virgo and Pisces. Yeah, this analogy is going on for too long. I feel like you got the idea there. So you may want to check that. Maybe that is actually a message that resonates for a lot of you. I would be really curious, but that is what's coming through here. But to keep it as general as possible, I really feel like your personalities are very complementary. And I feel like this is the sort of connection that you form with this person, because I really feel like the connection is formed in the sense that you've had time to talk with this person a lot. You had time to at least become friends with this person. Like it's not that sort of crush on a person that you barely know. Like this is actually a solidified connection. It doesn't necessarily have to be already a romantic connection, but it's definitely a connection that is anchored in reality. This is not just you asking about a random person in your friend group that you barely talk to, you know? So yeah, I really feel like this is the sort of connection that both of you would have waited a really, really long time to find. And I feel like this, during your last encounter, this person realized that sort of feeling that I've been waiting my entire life for this person. I don't want to scare anybody because I know there are some people who are not into commitment, so like marriage, basically, and I am sort of like that, you know, but this person may want a higher level of commitment. Maybe it's not necessarily marriage, but you know, the Four of Wands would be the marriage card. But it can be literally just the sort of connection in which both of you realize this is my life partner, and you like agree on that. Like this is my person. Maybe you don't make it official in a marriage sense, you know, because not everybody wants that, and that's perfectly acceptable. But between the two of you, there's this agreement. This is my person. Okay, like, this is the person I'm meant to spend. I'm meant to spend the rest of my life with. And I really feel like that is, I don't know, a sort of hard realization to have for your person. Obviously we have here Aries, which would be fire energy, which is kind of like hard to get to settle down, I guess. I'm not saying this person may have been a player in the past, but definitely they didn't consider themselves the commitment type exactly. Maybe they've also gone through a lot of bad relationships that left bad taste in their mouth. Maybe they don't even like the person that they become in relationships, which I would know a thing or two about that, because I get to get into my people-pleasing ways. Like, my people-pleasing goes to another goddamn level in relationships, which obviously is not the fault of the other person, but it's sort of like side of myself that I don't like that relationships bring up. So it may have been something like that with this person, but definitely I don't feel like this person consider themselves as the commitment type in the past. Maybe with this relationship, they're really realizing the fact that they weren't put off by relationships themselves, but they were put off by committing to the wrong person. And with you, I feel like there's this inner knowing that their heart belongs to you. Like, whether they like it or not, whether they oppose it or not, their heart belongs to you, and you're loyal to them. Maybe, like I said, this may not even be a committed relationship yet. This can be literally a friendship. I know, a sort of maybe even flirty relationship, because once again, fire energy, I feel like there's a lot of passion in here. So maybe you're flirting, maybe you're friends with benefits or whatever. Not a committed relationship exactly, but deep down this person like knows that they are committed to you. Their heart is committed to you. Their soul is committed to you. Maybe this limiting belief in this person would have been that they're not meant to have a relationship, that they shouldn't have a relationship, that they shouldn't commit, like that commitment is a trap in general. And I really feel like, I really don't like saying last encounter, like the last time they saw you with this pile, because I really feel like this has been the sort of thing that has been building up, because we had pile 1, you know, which was a relatively similar situation in which sort of their person realized the fact that that they've been treating pile 1 in a really shitty way, and that they should finally like make a decision, like either I'm going to step up and give you this commitment, or I'm going to exit your life. But I told them that this is not the sort of decision that you make in a day, committing to a person and letting go of your unhealthy sort of outlook on commitment. But like and that's why I feel weird saying with this person that oh, this is something that was awakened in them during your last encounter. Like, no, I feel like this has been slowly building up, like almost seamlessly, as to not get them scared about the situation. Because if they realized that they were committing to you one way or another, they may have like literally bye, like they've been bye-bye, and you would have never heard of them again. Like, maybe that's a little dramatic, but definitely they would have pulled off. That's not how you say it, is it? Pulled away. That's it. They would have pulled away a little bit. So yeah, I really feel like this has been this sort of commitment, attachment to you has been developing really slowly and seamlessly, to the point that during your last encounter, they really realized that this is it. Like, I can't run away from it. Like, this is my truth. This is my truth. My heart is loyal to this person. okay? And they do see you as their ultimate partner, their life partner, their partner in crime, if you want. Because like I said, it's a very complementary situation. Like, you really complement each other really, really well. And I'm thinking once again of that ascendant-descendant relationship. I'd be really, really curious to know your personal experiences if you want to check that out. But yeah, I really feel like, at least during your last encounter, they sort of like realized that they should just go with the flow, okay? Not overthink the situation, not get scared or flighty because they realize that their heart is really with you. Just go with the flow and see how things develop. Not run away, not pull away, not make things weird. Just keep the relationship. Just keep developing the relationship the way it has been so far, and see where it takes you, okay? Because they really feel like you are someone special. They really feel you like you are their life partner. Like, you are just someone very, very special, and you're not like the other relationships that they may have run away from in the past, okay? Like, it's really that realization with this person: I'm not scared of commitment, I'm scared of committing to the wrong person. And you're not that. Like, you feel so right. I feel like you felt right from the first moment they met you. But yeah, Paul Ford, that has been your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around, and I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye!